Yeah, the case it's the thing that takes us through the season, right? That is there's a case of every week. But the thing that goes through the season is this one that where Alec and his friend, a friend of his died, and Alec was burned pretty badly, and there were other people that died in the church bombing. So initially we start thinking that that case is done, and it's wrapped, and then it gets blown open again at the beginning of the season. So the journey that they go on, because they met, I just for Alec and Marissa, because they met when it first happened. That's how they met. It also opened the door for his career as well as our marriage. I think that they're tied together in a way that they try to figure out now that they're not married anymore. It's just the case that becomes the forerunner and the thing that they focus on. And so that case, I don't know how much I can say about that, but that case is going to get a lot of attention through these final episodes. You know, it's going to get a lot of attention in the last part of our season. And it's been something that's created some trauma. It's been a traumatic experience for Alec and for Marissa, just in kind of having it resolved, because it was the first case that she took on. So getting some closure and some justice in that regard is really important to the both of them. So we'll see where it goes. It gets pretty exciting towards the end with that particular case. I'll say that.
I'll say that I think that Kylie has become reactivated with her interest and like, yeah, what's going on, because we thought the situation was resolved. So we'll probably see her get a little more hands-on and getting more answers about that, because not only does she's curious for herself, but she's also invested in her brother's healing. And she thinks that with more information and a resolution there that we can get, it will be healing for him and helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and looking specifically at the episode that's airing on Monday, there's someone they're trying to help who dealt with burns, and this is obviously something that they've dealt with in their lives as well. Can you speak a little bit about how the kind of residual PTSD from dealing with Alex's burns is impacting them as they're kind of trying to navigate what is going on with this case?
I think that, for Kylie, it's bringing back feelings of how it was when her brother went to the hospital and when this happened to him, and being revisited by that time period. She probably have some guilt for how she showed up then, and also for however, whether she couldn't have control over it, but maybe she can protect her brother. And that's kind of a thing you have when you have like a healthy relationship with a sibling, that whatever goes down, you wish that you could have helped them or saved them, whether it was physical trauma or emotional trauma. And I feel like yeah, this episode's going to bring up a lot of things and bring back that moment. And I think it's very exciting that the writers wrote something like this to speak to Alex's very specific experience.
We got a really beautiful kind of look at this relationship between Marissa and Kylie and what they are beyond the man in their life. What are we seeing of that going forward, and what do you hope to see of that in season 2?
Well, that for me was, really special to be able to explore the relationship that you have sure, of course, when you marry someone, then that is the most important relationship in your life, but you marry their family as well. And there was a sisterhood there. I think that, we don't talk a lot about, or we were just actually talking about it, but we don't talk often a lot about what happens when friends break up, or they're very heartbreaking, but she was more like a sister to her. So I think that there's a very specific skill set also that Kylie has. She's very smart, she's very techie, you know what I mean? So she's been very helpful with cases and throughout the season. I hope that she can continue to do those things. I hope that their relationship will get stronger, since they took a fall after the divorce. They came back together. I love that they were able to reconnect and start to maybe just explore the ways that their sisterhood exists outside of that relationship. In that last episode, there was a very intentional attempt to keep the men out of the conversation and let it just be about the relationship between these two women.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that. I think that they'll continue to explore that relationship between Marissa and Kylie. I'm hopeful about it just because I love Travina. Like I could not be happier to hang out with her on any given occasion. But Kylie has such, she's so intelligent, and she's so fun, and for Marissa to be able to maybe have more fun,
Mhm.
because she's spending time with Kylie would be great.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I'm looking forward to exploring Marissa and Kylie's relationship as women, as sisters, um, and and being independent, like you said, of the male story of us talking about our lives and what we're doing, and we're not talking about work, but what it's like to be Black women in our fields and navigating that. So I'm looking forward to discovering that some more in the second season, and I just absolutely love doing scenes with Mara and getting a chance to just see friendships between Black women. I think it's very important. It's like loving, it's not catty, and we respect and admire each other, but I also think we both bring um really great qualities out of each other as well, because we're different, but we're like stuck together. You can't, just because she's not married to my brother anymore, it doesn't dissolve our relationship or our bond that's been established through the years. So I definitely look up to her like an older sister. And um yeah, their paperwork being dissolved doesn't change the love that's in my heart for her. And yeah, she will always be a part of Kylie's life if I have anything to do with it.